The number one lesson that you need to know to master the art of breath work is you need to know whether you're breathing predominantly through your nose or through your mouth. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. So number one, there are hair follicles inside your nostrils. And those hair follicles are like the filtration unit on your HVAC. They're there to trap dust. They're there to trap pollens. They're there to trap bacteria, viruses, whatever is hanging out in the air. Those are your filtration system. That's reason number one. Reason number two is when the air passes through the nose, it not only gets filtered, but it also gets warm. Okay, so this is a very blood-rich environment, and the air coming in is warmed up by the blood. Let's look at number three. It not only gets warmed up, but it also gets moistened. Especially during wintertime, you are breathing very dry air. And that dry air, that's why if you breathe through the mouth, it's not a very effective way of moistening the air. So you can very easily get a throat infection, a itchy throat, a scratchy throat, because the air is so dry. That's why breathing through the nose is so critical, because it allows the air, first of all, to filter, secondly, to heat up to body temperature, and thirdly, to moisten. Okay. Now, there are some other important functions which perhaps you should know about. Breathing through the nose allows you to carry a very important molecule inside the body, which is nitric oxide. Now, there's been some tremendous research done on this simple molecule, nitric oxide. But number one thing that nitric oxide does, it's a vasodilator, meaning it expands, it dilates the smooth muscle cells in your blood vessels, letting the blood vessels expand. Okay, so if you don't breathe through the nose, you're not going to carry this very important molecule inside the body, which allows the blood vessels to dilate. Carbon dioxide is another carbon dioxide dissolved in the blood is another molecule that allows the blood vessels to expand, to dilate. So those are four main reasons. Now I'm going to give you a fifth one. When you breathe through the mouth, there is not enough resistance that comes for the breath. And the breath is very shallow, because if you notice yourself or somebody that you know is a mouth breather, you notice that they would only breathe perhaps in the upper part of the lungs. They would not breathe in the lower part of the lungs. And breathing in the lower part of the lungs is important for managing stress. It's important for proper oxygen CO2 exchange to happen in the lungs. So nose has these features called the conch. These are like the conch of the shell, the spirals that you see. And that creates resistance of the air as it enters. So that resistance of the air, like the air going inside a tunnel, right? That resistance allows the breath to go slowly inside. It allows the time that it needs to filter, to increase the temperature of the air, to moisten, and also to carry some of the nitric oxide, which is actually being carried from our sinuses, which are right behind our nostril, our nose, in this area right here. So this is a very important tool that you have. And as I mentioned early in the lesson, the most important thing that you need to identify in your breathing is, are you breathing through the nose or through the mouth? Be aware in the daytime as often as you can. And if you wake up in the morning with a dry mouth, that definitely tells you that you are breathing through the mouth and not through the nose. If you sometimes are like me, tend to speak fast, I will breathe through the mouth if I speak fast. But if I slow down and take a breath through the nose, I can then speak as I'm exhaling out. So I don't have to breathe into the mouth. I can breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Okay? So identify this. Leave me a comment. What did you find out? Are you predominantly breathing through the nose? Are you predominantly breathing through the mouth? All right? That's your first lesson. Okay? Simple? All right. I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.